the New York Jets taking on the Houston Oilers.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Oilers and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they come off a disappointment last time out to put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 13 carries, 59 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34.
They'll take over.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
The ball carried.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On on 2nd and 7. Jackson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Jackson on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. Oh, what a juke into space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to get away. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
The pass.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston.
To DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
His short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Jackson's pass.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 50.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pick up of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson from the shotgun. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line.
Kelsey.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Houston.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. For 25 yards that time. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for them here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. A solid stiff arm. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Their own 5-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
Oilers.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our... There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And 10 at their own 31-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
28, Jonathan.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 47.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Jackson. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, Taylor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
And he can't. Escape, and down he goes.
By Jeffrey Simmons. A loss of a yard.
A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
The current formula is not working right now. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Complete.
23 yards on the play.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. This is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And a throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to air one out. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Fourth down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and it's 3rd down.
Yards to go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you have.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Dumps this to his running back, Chubb.
The pass.
6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Going for it all. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Play action. It's Jackson. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Houston.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up at a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Number 28, Jonathan.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Mike Hilton. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. That's to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. It doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Jonathan Taylor.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check, check, check.
They run once more with Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Push him back. Push him back.
From the gun, Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, and it's complete to Kelsey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And here's Jackson on the option. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
And it's 3rd.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the